free to continue enjoying your dinner and dessert as we move on to our ceremony. Dr. George Sheehan, a noted physician and runner, said, "Success means having the courage, the determination, and the will to become the person you believe you were meant to be." Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're celebrating our top academic students who have the courage to challenge themselves in and out of the classroom, the will to work hard to rise to the top, and the determination to follow through and reach their goals. These students are pursuing their dreams and goals, and tonight we join together to celebrate their academic success. At this time, I would like to ask all of our honorees to please stand so we can recognize you. Thank you, students. Parents, we also thank you for the important role you play in your child's success in school. Honorees, please take a moment to give your parents a big hug in appreciation for their support and all they do for you. Thank you, parents. At this time, I would like to acknowledge our Board of Trustees with us tonight. We have Mr. Greg Powers, President of the School Board. Also with us is Ms. Jerry Fourier, Board Member. We are especially grateful for all our board members, their support and accomplishments for our schools, our students, and our community. On their behalf, congratulations to each and every one of our honorees. They are very proud of your accomplishments. I'm also honored to introduce our district administrators with us tonight. We have Dr. Joe Rodriguez, Administrator of Secondary Education. Dr. Alicia Noyola, Chief Academic Officer. Mrs. Sandra Tovar, our District's Director of Guidance and Counseling. And our Superintendent, Dr. Arturo Cavazos. Also with us is our Gutierrez administration, our principal, Mr. Mike Reyes, our assistant principal, Mr. Luis Garcia, and Ms. Esmeralda Felix. We have our counselor, Ms. Elizabeth Minto-Bauer, also with us. And finally, I would like to recognize our GMS teachers. Y'all want to stand? We thank them for the love, care, knowledge, and support they give our students every day. Thank you, teachers. Every year, we look for an outstanding high school student who will speak to our students about the importance of continuing their success. I'm excited to say this year, we will have two very special students to introduce you to tonight. Both GMS alumni and current Harlingen High School seniors. We will have two of our teachers help introduce our speakers this evening. So let me have Mr. Michael Burbach and Ms. Dahlia Bottomley please join me on stage at this time.
Once again, thank you for being here this evening, and congratulations to the students that will be recognized later in our program. My name is Michael Burbach. I'm an 8th grade math teacher, and I also coach volleyball and girls soccer here at the best middle school in the Valley. I know I'm biased, but I still know it's true. Gutierrez might even be the best in the state. I'm not sure exactly why I'm here tonight. A couple of weeks ago, Mrs. Garcia informed me that our first speaker wanted me to introduce her. That I was her first choice. It must be that I was her soccer coach in 7th and 8th grade. Actually, it might be more accurate to say that she helped me coach soccer for 2 years. Having Ashley Garza as a player was like having another coach out on the soccer field. She was and is a great leader and role model. Our first guest speaker is Ashley Garza. I was given a list of Ashley's accomplishments in high school to help introduce her. It's a lengthy list, so I won't read everything on the list, but here are some highlights. She is on the Distinguished Graduate Plan since she started high school at Harlingen High School. She is a Texas Scholar. She's been on the honor roll for 4 years and in the top 10% of her class all 4 of those years also. And that's not that easy to do when you're taking AP English, AP Calculus, AP World History, AP US History, AP Biology, I'm running out of fingers, AP Chemistry, and AP Government. She has been busy leading many different groups and organizations at Harlingen High School. She's been on student council for 4 years. She was a member of varsity soccer for 4 years. She ran cross country for 4 years. She was on the UIL team for 4 years. And now she's president of the student council, president of the science club, president of the Key Club, girls varsity captain, and luckily I've got 5 fingers here. She's also the captain of the UIL team. She hasn't slowed down as she's gone through high school. She's actually picked up the pace. She's done more as a junior and senior than she did as a freshman. She's got a list of 10 different community service organizations that she's done. And it's just amazing how busy she is. It's an impressive list, to say the least, but it is just a list. When you get to know Ashley is when you really see how impressive she is. She's a person that does the right thing. She's a role model and a true leader. Please listen to what she has to say. Get to know her. She is wise beyond her years. Join me in welcoming Ashley Garza.
Good evening, HCISD staff and administration, parents, and most importantly, top 12 honorees. I, Ashley Garza, stand before you, humbled and grateful for your invitation to this wonderful event. I want to congratulate all the top 12 students for all their hard work and dedication. I'm here to tell you there is much more work to be done in the next 4 or so years. I'm not sure how many times you will hear this from a high school student, but time does indeed fly by in those years. It's hard to believe I walked the halls of GMS almost 5 years ago. They look the same to me though, probably because I haven't stopped growing since then. High school is your next big transition into discovering the beginning of your true potential as a student and person, which brings me to one of my favorite quotes. Benjamin Mee, author of the novel We Bought a Zoo, wrote, "All it takes is 20 seconds of insane courage and great things will happen." It's because of newly discovered courage that the lessons I will share with you today are a result of a painful yet amazing sport. The name of this sport is called cross country, which I have participated in each year of my high school career. It was during those 7 a.m. practice sessions that I learned building a good foundation is important in education and a runner. The sun is hot and mosquito spray becomes your second skin along with sweat, and even more sweat. None of your clothes are ever dry, and if it's not sweat, it's definitely water because you will surely crave it all throughout the following months. Our coach wants us to put in as many miles as we can before the school year actually begins. The first weeks are fairly easy until we begin running for almost an hour straight. She wants to build us from a good foundation and always says trying hard in practice will pay off at the meets. Clothes are never dry and shoes are never clean. The once white soles become unrecognizable as mud, grass, and who knows what is stuck on layer by layer, but we soon stop complaining as we notice our endurance is straightened to unbelievable heights. So top 12 honorees, I advise you to work hard in the beginning of your freshman year to establish a good GPA and rank. The results will be rewarding once you enter your sophomore year and realize where you stand on the board. Build your own solid foundation. Later on, I discovered that time management skills are crucial to the start of every school year. Before you know it, 7 a.m. practices turn into 6 a.m. sessions, along with school to worry about afterwards. All the girls become a close-knit family with issues and solutions. We have to jump into the routine of getting ready in 30 minutes before our first class period. Cold showers lash at our unevenly tanned bodies, and lockers become our home for the next 3 months. Slowly but surely, fatigue creeps into your body throughout the day and years to come, whether you're an athlete or not. You have to push through the tiredness. It helps to become organized and responsible for your work because unlike middle school, high school students have to learn to be more independent. Only you have the power and choices to better yourself. Further on into the season, I learned it was also beneficial to be outgoing and headstrong inside and out at school. Long runs consisting of 4 or more miles turn into cakewalks, almost like a warm-up. Our coach then implements speed work. We have the endurance, but we need the kick, the transition from pacing to striding. The ability to sprint when exhausted is probably one of the most difficult things I have yet to master. Your legs are saying stop, but your mind is saying go. Our new goal is getting out of that comfort zone, just as in school. Do not be afraid of getting involved in clubs or organizations. If anything, being more involved develops better time management skills and creates various opportunities to make friends and a difference in your community. Being involved also marks you as a well-rounded candidate when applying to college and scholarships. Look ahead at the big picture. As the last month of cross country arrives, I was introduced to the importance of prioritizing. The girls realize everything our coach does in practice is to reach our peak by the final district meet. I like to call it our breaking point as a joke. Your peak is the highest point in your physical running ability. There are good days and bad, and some when your body completely hates you. But how far can we go until something bad happens? We don't know. And it's all up to our bodies if we treat them right, which means warming up properly, getting enough sleep, eating right, and drinking plenty of water. You may encounter such questionable moments at your junior year as the ranks are more competitive and assignments are piled up as teachers prepare you for your senior year. Procrastination will not get you anywhere, so be aware of your priorities. You may need to make some sacrifices, just as I have done with some electives and other activities. Never bite off more than you can chew. Finally, the district meet arrives, and it's here that I learned the importance of failure to a student and athlete. Rolling out of bed at 5 a.m. on a Saturday morning while every other normal teenager is sleeping is not pleasant. Nerves build up in my body on the long, cold bus ride. Hills, mud, the scorching sun, and even sprinklers dot the 3-mile course and taunt every runner. Go. The sound of the gun makes me jump. The sun continues to mock me from above, but every runner I pass is an accomplishment. The middle of my race needs improvement, but the finish is my moment to give it my all. As I see the ending path of flags in the distance, about 400 meters away, I lengthen my stride and exaggerate the up and down motion of my arms. I quicken my breathing and then take off. My whole body becomes numb and time slows down. I cross the finish line with an aching body and no medal. I didn't see it as a loss. I knew I tried my best, so that's all that mattered. Top 12 honorees, you need to maintain this logic once you enter your senior year, because in high school, failure will get you various times, and all you have to do is wave it goodbye. Learn from it and use it to your advantage. Also, don't be afraid to receive help from your mentors or others. You may be used to being the one with all the answers, but reversing the situation is no need to be ashamed. Never doubt yourself and your capabilities. I assure you, signing my name on that team list every year required as much courage as you can imagine. I look back at the whole 4-year experience and realize I have grown physically and mentally as a student and athlete. Hard work does pay off, and hopefully great things will happen as I attend the University of Texas in Austin in the fall to major in biochemistry. With more courage, I hope to then attend medical school to specialize in gynecology or conduct my own genetic research. Overall, I want to become a positive influence in people's lives. Set a goal for yourself, because anything is possible through perseverance and determination, whether you're an athlete or not. You never know, maybe all it takes is 20 seconds of insane courage. So thank you again, HCIC staff, parents, and top 12 honorees. Congratulations, you have definitely earned it, and I know you will continue to make everyone proud. Have a nice evening and a great future.
Thank you,
I am privileged this evening to introduce to you a young man who at his young age has achieved more than most of us have achieved at that age. He is a well-rounded individual who has excelled not just academically, but also in sports and community service. Just a small sampling of his leadership experience places him as captain of the Harlingen High School varsity tennis team and of the Harlingen High School flag crew, president of the Cameron County 4-H Council and Hardtex 4-H Club, vice president of the Harlingen High School National Honor Society and of his high school sophomore class, senior patrol leader of the Boy Scouts of America Troop 142, and summer camp counselor at Camp Perry. His activities and honors are also too numerous to list. To highlight a couple, he was involved in the UIL math and science team for 3 years, and he received Wendy's Heisman Award in 2014. His commitment to and participation with St. Anthony's Catholic Church community activities include being a founding member of the youth group, an altar server, and Vacation Bible School volunteer for 3 years. I had the pleasure of having him in my 7th grade Texas history class, and I have never forgotten him, though I seem to have forgotten a lot of what went on, and he reminded me just now as we were seated at the table. All of us at GMS are so proud of him, as are his parents, grandparents, all his family. He is not only an outstanding student, a servant leader, and dedicated member of church communities, he is a kind, caring, helpful, responsible young man. Please join me in welcoming my formerly favorite student, Mr. Justin McManus.
Howdy. To begin with, I'd like to congratulate all of the top 12 honorees who we are recognizing tonight here at Gutierrez Middle School. Your hard work and dedication has set you apart from your peers. It was only 4 years ago when I sat right where you all are now sitting, listening to some guest speaker whose name I honestly no longer remember. My goal tonight, however, is not to get you all to remember my name, but to get you ready for the next step of your lives, specifically the 8th graders who will go off to high school next year. The 3 years in middle school are rather scary, humiliating, and sometimes boring, but most importantly, they are very different and fly by very quickly. 3 years may seem like a long time to you right now, but before you know it, you're going to be off to high school. Just ask any of the 8th graders here tonight who are merely a few weeks away from graduating from middle school. Time flies when you, 1, are young, and 2, are having fun. That's the first piece of tonight I want to offer you all tonight. Have fun. You are only in middle school and high school once. You can only go to a certain amount of high school football games as a member of student body. You can only go to a certain number of high school dances. You can usually only go to 2 proms. You only have 4 spring breaks as a high school student, 4 summer vacations as a high school student. And you can only have 4 years when you can be a high school athlete, junior ROTC cadet, cheerleader, flag crew member, mascot, singer, dancer, etc. Eventually, you will no longer have those late-night bus rides with your team when you're singing the alma mater at the top of your lungs and waving your best friend and teammates' pinky up and down as hard as you can. Eventually, you will no longer have the chance to be in the student section at a football game where it's pouring down rain, you're soaked to the bone, your team is losing, but you're still there for your buddies down on the field, and because Cardinal spirit never dies. And there will be games like that, and games just like that, except your team might win at the last minute by 1 point, which is great. Eventually, you won't have late nights full of homework to complain about, breakups and put-downs to cry over, and even the cafeteria food will no longer be around to be complained about one day. Actually, Dr. Cross says it's not too so bad. Eventually, you just won't be in middle school or high school anymore. And while grades are important, I find that having fun and being a kid is just as important. You simply can't be at your best academically if you are constantly under stress, studying, and worrying about school. So I want to emphasize to every single one of you tonight, find something, multiple things that you enjoy doing and do them, as long as they're safe and legal, of course, along with a group of good, honest friends. Now with 12 honorees from each grade level here tonight, representing the brightest of Gutierrez Middle School, I'd like to offer a piece of advice to each separate grade level, starting with the 6th graders. This year, you developed your study habits. You learned about the school schedule and how to handle multiple different classes and teachers at the same time. You took the initiative to challenge yourself further to gain a wider range of knowledge and wisdom by taking pre-AP classes. Your friends began to become a bigger part of your life, and who your friends were became more important. As my grandpa used to say, if you walk in the feedlot, you're going to get manure on your boots. What he meant by that was, choose your friends, what you do, and where you do it wisely. If you get involved with people who do bad things, you're going to end up getting involved or associated with those bad things as well. All of you are on a good track right now, and a bad choice of friends is a silly way to end or up ruining your reputation and even possibly your future. Now next year, you 6th graders will move up to 7th grade, where you will face a new set of challenges to overcome. You will now be allowed to participate in sports and become more involved in band, orchestra, and choir, all while continuing to use those study habits and skills you took up in 6th grade and meeting new friends and teachers. As the 7th graders sitting here tonight had to learn this year, you will have to learn time management. With these new activities now in your schedule, all of you will have to plan out your schedule, set time aside for studying and homework, and will figure out that in order to succeed, you will have to put the important stuff first. This is an important skill that you use throughout your life, and the sooner you start developing it, the better you will get at it. Now, for the 7th graders. You will be 8th graders next year. Woo, yay, you will be the big dogs on campus. However, you will become the small fry on campus the next 2 years afterwards, so don't let it get to your heads. But with being the big dogs comes responsibility. You will serve as the examples for the 7th and 6th graders, currently the 6th and 5th graders. Yes, I know it's confusing, I'm sorry, bear with me please. And your parents will start talking about high school. But don't freak out. My suggestion to all of you is to keep doing what you are doing and enjoy next year. It honestly was the most relaxing year of my life that I can remember. I don't know why, but it was. But don't forget, keep those grades up and continue to excel. Continue to develop those study habits and time management skills, and continue to look for legal activities and things you enjoy doing. Specifically things that look good on a resume. I'm sorry, boys, but 10th prestige on Call of Duty or level 10 Town Hall on Clash of Clans is not that impressive to a scholarship and admissions committee. Finally, on to the 8th graders. In a few weeks, you all walk across the stage located just a short walk away from us in the 8SISD Performing Arts Center. You will shake several hands, receive a diploma, smile and wave to your family, and then probably go out to eat after to celebrate. That is if you don't fail your class the next few weeks, which I know won't be a problem with all of y'all. Sadly, for all of you, your parents will start talking nonstop about high school. Next year, you will be freshmen at Keynote Academy. Now, I never attended Keynote Academy as a freshman, so your experience as a freshman will be different than mine. But I believe the tips and advice I'm giving all of you tonight will help y'all succeed throughout your high school years. As my good friend and fellow Eagle Scout Joshua Anderson and the salutatorian at Harlingen South has said, high school is basically the 4 years that decide the rest of your life. This, for the most part, is true. While many important life decisions are made in college, high school is where you need to build up a good resume so that you can get into a good college, get a good education, and have a head start to enter the workforce with the rest of your peers. A good resume can also lead to scholarships and other opportunities that can help your parents pay for your expensive college education. Texas A&M is currently costing me around $100,000 for 4 years of undergraduate studies, and the price is only going up. I'm sorry, parents, that I'm giving you all heart attacks, but I'm just trying to help you all out here. With this in mind, I have to emphasize the importance of not slacking off your freshman year. Many bright students do this and end up regretting it their senior year. Freshman year can be a shocker. You will have a lot more homework, and the courses will be more challenging. With hard work and perseverance, all of you can succeed. Tonight, I want all 12 of the 8th graders here to make it a personal goal to be up on that billboard their senior year as part of the top 10 of the Harlingen High School graduating class of 2019. Yes, I can count. Not all 12 of y'all can be in the top 10, and some of y'all go to different schools, and there will be other middle schools and other private schools, but I think the important thing is for all of you to have that goal. My next piece of advice is to do it just as I said, set goals. The hardest thing about accomplishing something, no matter what it is getting started. Setting a goal to accomplish something or to get something done is an excellent way to start a process. It clears a path and allows you to figure out before how you are to achieve that goal. I brought up the billboard because my mom used to point it out to every time we passed it every year, as long as I can remember. And she would tell me, I don't care if you're number 1 or number 10, but when you graduate, you better be up on that board. Yes, it was practically a threat the way she said it. Hi, Mom. So as I began my freshman year, I set a goal of being in the top 10 of my class. I worked hard, stayed up late studying and reading till midnight some nights. And the first time I checked my ranking halfway through my freshman year, I was tied for number 2. After that, when my mom and dad heard this, all previous expectations went out the window. Now it did matter what exact number I was in the top 10. Setting a goal worked for me, and it can work for you too. Both your freshman year and sophomore year, you all will be at the bottom of the totem pole again. You'll go from being the big dogs now to being the small fry there. This is a process you will go through time and time again throughout your lives. I will go through the same thing as well next year at Texas A&M and the Corps of Cadets. The only way to deal and succeed with this natural process is to learn your place and adopt it. Respecting those with more experience than you can only get you far, but it will allow others to show respect towards you as well. Work hard, be willing to learn, be respectful, and be patient, and you will move up the totem pole very quickly. Finally, I'd like to strongly recommend for all of you to develop your moral and ethical character and principles before you leave off for college. As I said before, hang out with a good crowd. Stay away from drugs and alcohol, especially. No matter how lame it might seem, spend time with your family too. You only have 4 years left of them, and the years go by fast, so don't take them for granted. Do what is right and what your conscience urges you to do. Be friendly and courteous to others. Forming and having a good relationship with others, especially with your friends and teachers, is crucial to success and will help you through the emotional swings involved with high school. I'd like to thank the students, parents, teachers, and school board members for inviting me tonight to speak at the 2015 Gutierrez Middle School Top 12 Banquet. It is an honor to be here to spend the rest of the night honoring the next generation of student leaders and scholars from my old middle school. Continue to work hard, study, and persevere, and y'all will continue to succeed. If any parents or students have any questions about what I have spoken about or my future plans, I'd be happy to answer them after the banquet. And for anyone who's going to ask me, yes, I am Laura McManus' older brother, so please don't ask me that. And of course, to finish off, I'd like to thank some very special people in my life who have supported me and helped me get to where I am today. The first is our Heavenly Father and the bountiful gifts He's bestowed on my family and me. I also thank Him for giving me such a great community, state, and nation to live in, where we have so many freedoms and opportunities. I can't also forget my teachers, grandparents, father, siblings, and of course, the number one woman in my life right now, my mom. Thank you, God bless, and giggle.
Ashley and Justin, I want to come over. Thank you both for your words of wisdom. Both of you are an inspiration to our students, and we are very proud to call you guys Gutierrez Jaguars. Congratulations to both of you for all of your accomplishments. We would like to present you with a gift as a token of our appreciation. I'm sure you will continue on your path to a better tomorrow as you move towards adulthood. The road of life is wide open now. It's your time to go towards it. We wish you the best and can't wait to see what you will do next. Congratulations and thank you. At this time, we take great pleasure in introducing the 2014-2015 GMS Top 12 students. I would like to ask our school board members, Ms. Fleury and Mr. Powers, administrators Mr. Reyes, Ms. Felix, and Mr. Garcia, our counselor, Ms. Marks, to join me up on stage at this time, as well as our district leaders, Dr. Noyola, Dr. Rodriguez, and our superintendent as well.
Our first honoree is Bianca Marie Anciso. She is here tonight with her mother, Linda Ramirez, and father, Rolando Anciso. Bianca is involved in the Gutierrez Jaguar Orchestra and loves to read. Her passion for reading has earned her recognition by the Gutierrez Millionaire Reading Club. Bianca plans to attend Pan Am University and pursue a degree in the medical or criminal investigation field. Samantha Arce is accompanied tonight by her parents, Jose and Rosa Arce. Samantha plays with the GMS band and stays active playing tennis. When she gets older, she would like to become a musician and be part of a band. Eleanor Barajas is here with her mom, Ofelia Barajas, and a dear family friend, Miranda Zuniga. Eleanor enjoys participating in orchestra and school activities, such as the GMS Student Council. She plans to excel in school, become a marine biologist, and own her very own cafe. Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Unfortunately, she is unable to be with us today. Francisco Flores is joined by his mother, Marina, and his sister, Sarai Flores. Francisco is a proud member of our GMS choir and takes part in the GMS pre-athletics program. He dreams of becoming a mechanical engineer. Cameron Hale is enjoying her dad and mom's company this evening, Brian and Diana Hale. Cameron plays for the Gutierrez Middle School Band and is actively involved with her Girl Scout troop. In the future, she plans on attending Texas A&M University, graduate, and become a veterinarian. Giggle. Ariana Enriquez is accompanied this evening by her reading teacher, Ms. Hannes. Unfortunately, her parents were not able to make it tonight as they are in Kentucky due to military training. Ariana enjoys playing her violin with the GMS Orchestra and loves to spend time painting and reading poetry. She dreams of being a private investigator after attending the University of Colorado. Jose Nino is accompanied tonight by his mother Imelda Nino and grandmother Hermelinda Ramirez. Jose is a member of our choir and enjoys playing sports in the GMS pre-athletics program. In the future, Jose plans on studying at the University of Texas at Austin. Welcome. Evelyn Ray Pettis is joined by her parents, Leonel Jr. and Yvette Alanis. Evelyn plays the violin for the GMS Orchestra, has played soccer with Harlingen Arroyo since the age of 4, is an avid reader, and considers herself a bookworm. She plans on studying at Texas A&M University to become a physical therapist. Sophia Ramos is here with her parents, Joseph and Selena Ramos. Sophia enjoys playing the saxophone for the GMS band. She plays softball and spends her free time shopping and relaxing with friends and family. Sophia plans to graduate from Harvard and become a forensic pathologist. David Salinas is joined by his father and mother, David and Marina Salinas. David is involved with the GMS 6th grade band and participates in the Texas Performance Standards Project as a GT student. He dreams of attending a prestigious university and becoming a marine biologist. Estrella Serna is joined by her father, Juan Serna, and mother, Jacqueline Cerillo. Estrella loves to help people, enjoys being a member of the GMS Orchestra, and is pursuing participation in a summer program to continue her studies and earn college credit. She plans on working hard and receiving an academic scholarship to an accredited university. Viviana Soto is here with her mom, Nora Sandoval, and dad, Carlos Soto Jr. Viviana has discovered a passion for art. She artistically expresses herself through her drawings and paintings. She dreams of graduating college with a medical degree and work at the Texas Children's Hospital in Houston, Texas. And our final honoree, Isaiah Trevino, is accompanied this evening by his parents, Jesus and Onera Trevino. Isaiah plays basketball and is an active volunteer for his church. Isaiah recently placed first in his category for his fox drawing at the 2015 RGV Livestock Show. His parents are very proud of him. When he grows older, Isaiah becomes Isaiah becoming a computer graphics designer. Is Isaiah? Okay, at this time, parents, if you would like to come up and take a picture of your children.
Thank you, sixth grade students. We hope to continue seeing great things from you as seventh graders next year. Now on to our seventh grade honorees. Leslie Barajas is accompanied tonight by her parents, Nancy and Ruben Barajas. Leslie is a member of the GMS band currently playing the clarinet. She is an accomplished soccer player with the Arroyo Youth Soccer Club with 5 years experience as a defensive player. In the future, Leslie plans to become a lawyer. Kiara Billicky is accompanied tonight by her father, Michael Billicky, and grandmother, Millie Williams. Kiara is a dedicated volunteer for her church with a passion for photography. In the future, Kiara would like to attend Harvard University and get a degree in law. Michelle Depp is accompanied tonight by her parents, Boravi and Michael Malloy. Michelle is an accomplished athlete for the GMS track team and earned a spot in the first violin section with our orchestra. Michelle plans on getting a music scholarship and becoming a musician. Natalie Garcia is accompanied tonight by her mother, Elsa Soto, and brother, Edgar Garcia. Natalie is a member of the GMS National Junior Honor Society and represents our campus in both choir and track. She dreams of becoming a crime scene investigator. William Herring is joined by his parents Caroline and John Pitts. William is a proud member of the National Junior Honor Society and participates as a member of our GMS track team. He dreams of pursuing a career as an engineer, specifically a chemical engineer where he can apply his love for chemistry and physics. Dulce Lombera is here tonight with her mother, Jessica Lombera Rodriguez, and proud grandparents, Santos Rodriguez, and retired United States Marine Corps CWO2, Raul Rodriguez. Dulce is a member of the Gutierrez band and competes for the 7th grade girls track team. In the future, she would like to become a surgeon. Esteban Mares is accompanied tonight by his parents, Ana and Jose Mares. Esteban competes with our chess club and has been a member of our GMS orchestra for 2 years. He would like to become a civil engineer and work for the government. Cody Martin is accompanied tonight by his parents, Keith and Julie Martin, his grandparents, David and Shirley Carley, and his brother Blake, who is also an honoree this evening. Cody is a predominant member of GMS Athletics, proudly representing this campus in soccer and basketball, while also playing for the Houston Dynamo Junior Soccer Academy. In the future, Cody dreams of becoming a professional athlete. Annie Resendez is accompanied tonight by her parents, Miguel and Patrice Resendez. Annie, in addition to being in the GMS Symphonic Band, competes with the GMS Jaguar tennis team. In the future, Annie would like to study interior design at the University of Alabama. Bailey Smith is joined by her grandparents, Jody and Glenn Hill. Also accompanying her this evening is her proud mom, Stacy Hill Smith, one of our very own GMS teachers. Bailey is an active member of the Valley Praise Youth Group and competes for both the GMS and city swimming teams. In the future, Bailey dreams of making the U.S. Olympic swim team and hopes to be a biosynthetic, robotic, or chemical engineer. Mario Trevino is enjoying his mom and dad's company this evening, Edith and Jesse Trevino. Mario is a predominant member of GMS Athletics, proudly representing this campus in football, basketball, and competing in shot put and discus for our track team. He is a member of our student council and the Millionaire Reading Club with over 750,000 read words. He plans on becoming the first in his family to be accepted to an Ivy League school, play college ball, and become an attorney. Kevin Vasquez is accompanied tonight by his parents, Manuel and Blanca Vasquez. Kevin pursues his musical passion as a member of the GMS band. He also competes for both the GMS tennis and track team. In the future, Kevin plans to study law and become a lawyer. Amber Warner is accompanied tonight by her parents, Mike and Lisa Warner. Amber is an accomplished gymnast and dancer. Her passion and love for gymnastics and dance drive her to put in countless hours of practice. She tumbles and dances ballet, tap, jazz, and pointe every day. Amber plans on attending a prestigious college and become a physical therapist. At this point, parents, if you would like to take photos of your children, this would be the time.
Please give our 6th and 7th grade honorees another round of applause. With great honor, we will now present our 8th grade students. This is their last year with us at Gutierrez, and we wish them well as they transition to high school. We asked them to share 3 accomplishments from their middle school careers and 2 extracurricular activities they are involved with. But we also added a way for them to share a little bit of themselves with us by asking each 8th grader a question unique to that child. When we call the students up, they will read their question and give us their response. Mrs. Amy Benya will now present our 8th grade honorees.
Okay, Rachel Bennett is here tonight with her parents, Stacy and John Bennett. Rachel's greatest accomplishments include being named top 12 all 3 years. Rachel has been nominated and selected as GMS Student of the Month in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. She is a proud member of the National Junior Honor Society, orchestra, and competes with our tennis team. Rachel, please read us your question and give us your response.
Thank you.
had the honor of choosing the question, what would a dream world look like? Well, you can stop the searching, for I have found it. The moment I read this question, I immediately thought of one place, and that would be heaven, where the days are always perfect and the sunsets are brilliantly colored. The grass will forever be green, and the spring showers are warm. The place where we know no evil. The place where if we see someone cry, they are tears of joy, for there is no sadness in this dream world. Where we will be reunited with loved ones who have passed on. We can play catch out in the never-ending stretch of wildflowers, where there is no smog in the skies. We will watch as the sun slowly drifts away as we finally decide to head back home to our awaiting family. We won't have to fear moving on from this wondrous place, for there is no death in heaven. But do not rush this life we are in now, for this is our training grounds. Live this life to the fullest, yet make wise decisions and do not falter. Follow the correct path, and most importantly, let our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ lead you, and you shall make it to this dream world with me. Taylor Garcia is accompanied tonight by her parents, Carol and Rudy Garcia. Taylor has been named a top 12 student in both 6th and 8th grade. She was selected as a 2014-2015 GMS Jaguar cheerleader and has been accepted to attend early college high school next year. She participates in many cheerleading activities and is a member of our tennis team. Taylor, please read us your question and share your answer.
They asked me to answer this question, what legacy will you leave behind at your middle school? Frankly, I can't answer that. I believe that there is no legacy for me to leave. In my opinion, I think you could never really leave a legacy because everything and anything could always be forgotten. There will always be a person that's better than the last, and that person will top the previous. A legacy to one is not always a legacy to another.
Laura McManus is accompanied tonight by her parents, Nancy and Brian McManus, her brother, Justin, and proud grandparents. Laura has been a GMS Top 12 student both years as a student here. She earned a district champ title in tennis doubles, selected as 2014 All-Region Choir, and was named Soccer Player of the Year in 2013-2014. Laura is an accomplished soccer playing for both the GMS A team and the Celtic Classic #1 team in the Valley. She also has participated in Hardtech 4-H Club. Laura, your question and answer.
Hello, and my question was, if you could relive any moment of your life, what would it be and why? After thinking through my past, I realized something. The past is hard to remember, and when we do remember it, it only comes in bits and pieces, kind of like dreams. Quoting one of the smartest minds, I thought of this quote. It does not do well to dwell on dreams and forget to live. Remember that. Albus Dumbledore. Meaning, do not dwell in the past and thinking of how you should have relived a moment or a choice. That is impossible. Life does not have a rewind button, or a fast forward, or a pause. It's just play from here on out. In conclusion, if I had the opportunity to relive any moment of my life, I would not. Those moments are special because they only happen once in a lifetime.
Blake Martin is here this evening with his parents, Keith and Julie Martin, and proud grandparents, David and Shirley Carl. Blake takes great pride being named top 12 3 years in a row, earned a state title playing with his soccer team Dynamo, and was part of the 7th grade boys track team that took first place in district. Blake is an all-around athlete playing for both GMS and the Dynamo Soccer Academy. Blake, you have your question?
My question is, what qualities do you feel you share with your parents? One quality I share with my parents is intelligence. Both my parents did well in school and all the way through college. I myself have also started on this positive path by being able to make top 12 3 years in a row. Another quality I feel I share is my love for athletics. My dad was fortunate enough to play many sports growing up, which led him to getting a full ride through college on a baseball scholarship. I would hope to follow in my father's footsteps in getting a scholarship for college. The final trait I share with my parents is determination. My parents both run their own prosperous businesses, just as I hope to be successful in the future. It is these 3 traits that I share with my parents that I feel will help me lead a successful life. Thank you.
Lorenzo Molina has his parents with him this evening, Chris and Hector Molina. Lorenzo recently received a superior rating in a piano competition, played basketball for both the 7th and 8th grade basketball A team, and is proud to say he earned top 12 all 3 years. He continues to play basketball in his spare time and continues to pursue his passion of playing the piano. Lorenzo was asked,
"If your shoes could talk, what would they say about where you have been?" If my shoes could talk, they would say, "I can tell that you love your family because you're with them all the time." They would also tell me to get off the basketball court because they're tired of getting all sweaty. They would also nag me about cleaning them because I haven't cleaned them in a while. Also, every time I would take a step, they would say, "Ouch!" My shoes would be so annoying. I'm so glad my shoes can't talk.
Michaela Malish is joined tonight by her supporting father, Hector Leandro. Michaela serves as the 2014-2015 National Junior Honor Society Vice President. She earned 4th place in the UIL Listening Skills event and won 1st place in a 7th grade golf tournament. Michaela takes part in NJHS, participating in many school and community service events. She represents GMS in her volleyball and track team as well. Michaela, your question and answer.
My question was, if you dug up a time capsule from the 80s, what would you find and why would it be significant? Digging up a time capsule from the 80s would be totally radical. One is sure to find cassette tapes of famous singers like Madonna, Cyndi Lauper, and Michael Jackson. These artists began a movement in the music industry that continues to affect us today by allowing us to express our individuality through music. Another item that may be found is the IBM personal computer model 5150. IBM became one of the leaders in revolutionizing computers for personal use. A picture of Ronald Reagan may be found in this collection. Reaganomics was the political idea of leading a free nation, which continues to influence our nation today. Finally, a can of New Coke may be found in this capsule. Coca-Cola changed the formula of the most popular drink in the world in 1985, although the change was not well accepted by its consumers. Eventually, Coca-Cola returned to its original formula. This was a true demonstration that taking risks don't always work as intended. These items and people help build our future in a great way, and they may not have always been successful, but it shows us as each individual what our past was like and how it is now. I feel that these would be great items that people from the 80s would have put in this time capsule to show us how our country has really prospered.
Kayla Benya is here with her mother and father, Debbie and Albert Benya. She is currently a proud member of the GMS National Junior Honor Society and earned GMS Top 12 all 3 years. Kayla is a member of our competitive tennis team, participates in the GT program, and promotes school spirit and pride as a 2014-2015 GMS cheerleader. Kayla, what is your question and response?
The question I received is, if there were no rules in your life for one day and you could be outrageous, what would you do? Well, I would probably do some of my favorite things, as well as try out new things, for free, of course, such as going to Disney World, riding in a hot air balloon, swimming with dolphins, and go ziplining. I could even go shopping at my favorite stores. Who wouldn't love a little blue box from Tiffany's? Possibly meet my favorite celebrities? A quick Starbucks run with Ellen DeGeneres, Jennifer Lawrence, and Meryl Streep sounds just right. Maybe a recreation of a famous Oscar selfie? I would love to travel the world. Can you imagine? From Spain to Australia, to Mexico, to France, to Brazil, and then back to my roots. Sure, that's a lot of countries in one day, but there are no rules, right? So why not extend it to a week or a month of no rules? There's a world of possibilities to discover, and I intend to experience as much as possible.
Juan Bettis is accompanied tonight by his parents, Alessandra and Juan Bettis, who is also one of our very own GMS science teachers. Juan's accomplishments include being selected as All-City Percussion, second place at the FLL Robotics Qualifier, and placing 5th out of the 60 teams at regionals. He is proud to say he has earned top 12 student 3 years in a row. He enjoys being a computer programmer for the robotics team and is a member of the honors band. Juan, you have your question?
My strange question was, what fruit or vegetable do you most closely resemble? It was kind of hard, but I think I figured it out. I feel that I most likely resemble an avocado. But I feel that it not only represents me, but the entire GMS Robotics Club. We've already started something big, in other words, the seed, which I feel can become even greater. It symbolizes the entire tree, branching out in every direction, reaching out to every person. With good care, we can plant more trees, spreading the idea of robotics to as many people as possible.
Alina Prado has her mother, Maria Prado, with her this evening. Alina was named to the GMS A Honor Roll in both 6th and 7th grade. She participates in Spelling Bee, where she qualified to the Regional Spelling Bee. Alina is involved in our GMS athletic program, playing both volleyball and soccer. Alina has her question ready.
My question was, if you could give away a magical wish, who would you give it to and why? Sorry if I sound like a beauty queen, but my answer is, if I had one magical wish, I wouldn't waste it. It would obviously go to the hungry, starving people in the world. I don't just want to serve one person. I want to help thousands, even millions of people. This creates a better environment for everyone because there will be no need for countless charities or dangerous trips to dangerous countries. So my answer is, I would give my one magical wish to the hungry, countless, starving people of the world. They do need it most.
Desiree Sanchez is here with her mother and father, Velma and Michael Sanchez. Her awards and accomplishments include being named GMS Athlete of the Year in 7th grade and Top 12 Student 3 years in a row. She is a part of the GT program and participates in the Texas Performance Standards Project. Desiree is a member of the National Junior Honor Society and aspires to be a member of the NHS in high school. Desiree, you're from.
Good evening. The question I have been asked is, what is one thing I do, that drives people crazy? After inquiring my friends and family, I found a pretty reasonable answer. I think remembering practically everything is what drives people crazy. I have a pretty great memory, so I don't forget a lot of things, and because I remember almost everything, it's almost always remember this and remember that. Whenever something brings me to the past, that is probably very annoying. I also won't forget if I've let borrow something of mine, so when I realize it's still missing, I'm often asking for it back, and by often, I mean all the time. I will call you, text you, and bother you at school till I get what's rightfully mine. Sometimes people just want me to forget some things, but it'll stay in my memory for a long while. That is probably one thing I do that drives people crazy, and now that I'm talking about it, I'm starting to understand why.
Mary Claire Todd is enjoying the company of her parents, Michelle and Doyle Todd. Mary Claire is proud to be a member of the top 12 for 3 years in a row, as well as a leading FCA as team captain and member of the National Junior Honor Society as an officer. She enjoys playing soccer and promoting school spirit as a GMS cheerleader. She recently earned a spot on the Kano Freshman Academy cheer squad. She is also involved with the Anchor Student Ministries at the First United Methodist Church in Harlingen. Mary Claire has her question ready.
My question was, the world needs a Santa Claus because ... Okay, the world needs a Santa Claus because Santa Claus is known to us as a very nice man with a long white beard. He is more on the chubby side and wears red and white. He brings gifts on Christmas Eve to children who have been good throughout the past year. But this is not what Santa Claus is really about. When thinking about why the world needs a Santa Claus, you need to forget about the magical flying sleighs and the magical reindeer. You even need to forget about the relationship between Christmas and Santa. Santa is a symbol of hope, and that's why the world needs him or someone like him. Just think about it. When you were a kid, you tried to be good all year long, especially during December. You had this hope that Santa Claus would notice your good behavior and bring you presents on Christmas Eve. The world needs a Santa Claus because he hopes our children strive for good character.
Billy Upel is joined by his mom and dad, Gloria and John Upel. Billy is a member of the GMS tennis team. The team completed their season with the second overall in district. He also is a proud member of our rookie robotics team, earning a regional qualifier at the FLL competition and placing 5th out of the 60 teams. Billy stands proud to be named top 12 student 3 years in a row. He is a member of the GMS tennis team and leads the robotics team as team captain. Billy, you have your question?
My question was, if you could create a national holiday for Texas, what would it be and why? If I could create a national holiday for Texas, I would create a holiday in recognition of the Battle of the Alamo. If it was not for the courage of the less than 300 men that so proudly faced Santa Anna and his 6,000 troops, we may not have had the courage to continue the war for Texas independence. If it wasn't for Texas' victory over Mexico in the war, we might not have been able to make Texas a state in the United States, thus ruining our dream of manifest destiny. This is why I would make a national holiday in the honor of the Battle of the Alamo.
At this time, parents, if you'd like to take a picture, go right on ahead.
Thank you, honorees. Be careful on your way down. Thank you to our Board of Trustees, to to our superintendent staff, our Gutierrez administrators and counselors, and to our teachers that helped present tonight, Mrs. Hill, Mr. Sanchez, and Mrs. Peña. Once again, congratulations to all our honorees, and remember to seize the moment. With vision, anything is possible. With execution, perseverance, and initiative, the possible can become reality. At this time, our principal, Mr. Mike Reyes, has a few words of encouragement for our students.
Thank you. Good evening, students, parents, staff, and invited guests. On behalf of the administration of Gutierrez Middle School, I would like to extend our heartfelt congratulations to our honor students and their parents. As I listen to all the accomplishments of both Justin McManus and Ashley Garza and all of our top 12 students, it made me proud to be a member of this great educational system at HCISD. We strive to challenge our students to be the best and the brightest in order for them to reach their goals and make their dreams a reality. Parents and guests, we are so excited that you are here to join us in celebrating our students' academic accomplishments, because each student honored tonight represents the finest and the brightest on our campus. These students are already and will continue to be the example of what we do best at HCISD. Tonight's banquet is a culmination of a very busy year for our students honored here. Being one of the top 12 students in your class is not an easy achievement. Each of you has excelled academically, and without exception, you as a group have been the strength of our student body this year. Your parents, your teachers, and your campus administration are so proud of you. We believe in you. Together, the adults in your lives have watched you grow academically, emotionally, and physically this year. Not only have each of you been able to maintain the highest grades in challenging courses, but most of you are also involved in multiple activities. The National Junior Honor Society, Student Council, FCA, band, choir, orchestra, cheerleading, athletics, and our campus activities that have benefited directly from your talents and leadership. Many of you are also involved with FFA, church activities, volunteering at hospitals, Ronald McDonald's House, Loaves and Fishes, and the list goes on and on. So many of these activities require support and a balancing act by your parents or guardians. It's important to take a minute to recognize all that they do for you on a daily basis. Without them here by your side, many things would not be possible. Parents, guardians, I would like to take a minute to thank you for being here tonight to honor the accomplishments of your child or grandchild. Being here demonstrates the love you have for them and support you offer on a daily basis. Although the path to success is not easy, having you guide and support your loved one will make the road a little easier to navigate. Thank you for entrusting us with your most valued possession, and thank you for all the support you offer towards our teachers and staff. Working together helps the children reach their goals, and that is our greatest achievement. Students, we have seen firsthand what you are capable of achieving. We would encourage all of you to continue in your quest for excellence as you continue your journey through Gutierrez and HCISD. Be sure to continue to take advantage of all the wonderful academic, athletic, fine arts, and leadership opportunities available through our district's programs. These programs are designed specifically to help you on your journey of becoming a well-rounded student and successful citizen. I would also like to take this opportunity to publicly thank our teachers for all that they do for all of our amazing students, not only our top 12, but all of our students. Sometimes we forget the impact our teachers make on our students' lives. Schools are busy places and teachers are busy people, so it is important to stop and reflect upon the influence that we have over the young people in our care. Often it's the little conversations, the friendly smile, or brief compliment most to our students. And while we might forget by the time it comes to write the next report or plan the next lesson, those words can remain with a young person for a very long time, shaping their personality and their thoughts. To our 8th grade students, the sky is the limit. There are many academic, extracurricular choices: the Gano Freshman Academy, the School of Health Professions, early college, high school, AP courses, college credit courses are all available for you and waiting for your talents and your leadership. Although it may seem like an eternity away, graduation will be here in a very quick 4 years. Prepare each day so that you can reap the rewards in the future. Success is not easy and always comes at a price. You must be able to sacrifice, to dedicate, be responsible, be respectful, be appreciative, and above all, be committed to the task. It wasn't long ago that some of you were walking through the doors for the very first time as 6th graders, and look at you now, preparing for the next chapter of your life as 9th graders. Remember this famous quote from this unknown author: never let anyone or anything stand in the way of your goals in life. Only you can make things possible. If you truly believe in yourself, it can be accomplished. Believe in yourself and keep moving forward in life. Never move backwards. Again, thank you to Justin and Ashley and all of our top 12 students for your achievements and continued success on your future endeavors. Thank you.